Welcome, everybody, to the finals in Malden Modified Softball. We have two teams here today, the Pals and the Bombers. My name is Tim Scanlon. I have the pleasure of doing the broadcast here with our commissioner today, Jeffrey Harris, and we are about to undergo pitch one. Turn it over to you, Jeffrey.
Thanks, Tim. Excited to be here. We got a leadoff batter. It's like Jonathan Zui here, the shortstop for Bombers.
Looks like we got a strike here to start. Second pitch delivered. My apologies before. 1-1 count. Ball two. Both very experienced team. Rematch of the finals from 2 years ago. A 3-3-1 here. Hitters count. Jonathan being very selective.
Mike Garland on the mound seems to be working very quick, so Jonathan steps out wisely to kind of slow it down. Ooh, tough borderline pitch there. Thought it could have went either way. Garland doesn't say anything, and Zui earns the walk as he goes down to first base.
Yeah, it's one of those tough things, Jeff. Some pitchers' balls rise, some dip down. It's one of those situations where it's tough for umpires to pick up ball strike.
And that'll bring up the number 2 hitter, Mitch Zui.
Almost hits him on the first pitch, back leg. Gives him the inside corner there. Garland takes this to 1-1, man on first. Ball in the air, down the foul line, out of play.
Into the parking lot as a lucky fan gets that one.
Wow, right on it, too. Look at that great left arm, throwing it right back into the pitcher.
Sign him up. Put him onto the free agent list for next season.
Free agent list we need to find is on our website, Malden Modified, maldensoftball.com.
Gets him looking for the first out of the inning.
That is a tough situation to take a strike there. Really don't want to start the game out like that in the first inning. But Mitch got a lot of opportunities, great outfielder, great defensively. He's been hot lately.
That'll bring up Mike Campbell, a 3-hitter for the Bombers. He's been on a little bit of a hit streak here in the playoffs. There's a couple of big hits for this team and some big RBIs. We got one out, a runner on first, and Zui at first base.
Ball low. Mike Campbell being very disciplined at the plate, like Jeffrey said, on a hit streak these playoffs. Ooh,
tough pitch inside. Yep. Garland caught the inside corner. Campbell not too happy about it.
I think he did catch the inside corner. All about precision and location for our pitchers today. Ball up in the air. Ed Skeffington calls it and executes the play. 2 down, man on first. That brings our number 4 hitter to the plate for the Bombers, Joe Fitzgerald. Mike Garland delivers, ball low. Gets by Ian. Clarify for our audience out there, if it gets by the catcher, you're allowed to lead, but you cannot take off for second base or any other base for that matter. Delivers a strike, 1-1 count to the number 4 hitter, Mr. Fitzgerald. Ball up in the air.
Short left field. Left field is running in and handles it with a lot of speed out there.
Hell of a grab.
Great grab by the left fielder as Lush didn't look like he was going to get to that ball, playing short. And that'll do it. End of the top of the first. No score. No hits on one walk by Zui. And we'll go to the bottom of the first and we'll be back.
Introducing the Malden Bombers, led by the infamous Zoo Crew, with patriarchs Keith and Dana Zui, rounded out by the younger Zuis, Jonathan, Mitch, and DJ. The Malden Bombers went 15-6 on the season, and Keith, as their starting pitcher and manager, went 8-3. The Bombers scored 261 total runs, tying with the St. Peter's Angels for the league lead in runs scored. The Bombers also placed 3 hitters in the top 5 of batting average, with Reed Williamson coming in second with a .641 average, Sam McDonald placing third at .619, and Joe Fitzgerald placing fifth with a .561 average. The Malden Bombers got off to a great start in their playoffs this season as they outscored their opponents in their first 3 playoff games 45-2. Unfortunately, they would run into the buzzsaw named Garland in the finals this year against PCALs and would once again, for the second year in a row, fail to win a championship. The Malden Bombers will be represented in the All-Star game by Sam McDonald, Reed Williamson, Jonathan Zooey, and DJ Zooey.
Welcome back, everyone. Again, this is Tim Scanlon, your commissioner, alongside here, Jeffrey Harris. We are in the bottom of the first inning in Game 1 of the finals here in the Malden Modified Softball League. PALS is the home team here today because they're the number 1 seed. We're leading off with Cam O'Brien.
Keith Zooey on the mound for the Bombers. 30-man pitcher for the Bombers and also the team manager.
Both pitches inside. One caught the corner, that one a little bit inside.
Almost gets him fishing on the pitch away. A good take.
Ball in the air. Over the head of Mitch Zooey. Oh, man, that's a hell of a run. It's going at least for a triple here. We're going to see what happens here on the throw and the deliver. They are easily a home run to start the game. Cam O'Brien, fairly new here to the PALS organization, but that's showing some opposite field power. I just don't think Mitchell was playing deep enough in this particular type of park here at Butland Field. Next, coming up to the plate is lefty J.P. Reeling, another new member to the PALS organization. Ball inside. Line shot to right field, splits Mitch Zooey and Brandon Collins, and goes on and rolls onto the concrete. The ground rules here is a particular section of the outfield. When it rolls into the concrete, it is considered a triple in right center field, and that's what J.P. Reeling is awarded here. PCAL's not messing around here, jumping on Keith Zooey for the first good pitch they see. Each at bat brings up one of the better hitters in our league, Edward Skeffington Jr., better known as Eddie. Just in case you're wondering where Jeff went, he's figuring out all of our technical. We are an organization of many hats here down in Malden Modified. Repositioning the infield here, giving Mitchell Zooey a breath. Ball outside, 1-0 count. Gone.
Just throw it on the trash?
Yeah, just throw it on the side.
Sorry.
No, all good.
Foul behind the backstop, goes over our head. Big swing by Skeffington.
One of the 2 pitchers for PCALs, for the PALS organization, came up to us informing us that one bat was dented. So we share bats here to make sure fair and integrity of the game in play. So it looks like in that situation, Eddie fouled the ball off. It hit a thick branch square that's behind the backstop and came right back into play. Little bleeder over the shortstop. Gets his second run of the game to cross the plate for PALS. They lead 2-0.
That'll be an RBI single for Skeffington. Always among the league leaders in RBIs.
For any fans and family out there watching here today, we're always looking to grow our league. We do a lot of different fundraising. Malden Modified Softball is actually a 501c nonprofit organization. Ball fouled straight back. So Sean McGrath with the plate. Right-handed batter, power hitter, moved down in the lineup a little bit. Cody Skeffington, the manager of Pals, is trying a new approach here. Looks like a lefty-righty, lefty-righty, keeping everyone on their toes. 0-1 count.
Another foul ball into the
Matt
lot.
Costello makes a hell of a grab in the parking lot on that foul ball.
He's getting a little extra practice after he caught that ball in left to end the top of the first.
Ball outside.
Got that curve working pretty good, and Sean lays off that curve.
Ball 2, making an at-bat out of this, 2-2 count. Sean very aggressive for anything he can reach. Ball 3 inside. You don't want to lose him in these type of situations. Need to find an out here. Ball right down the middle.
Short fly ball, center field.
And it is dropped. Joe Canine lets the ball drop in front of him. It looks like it came in between Mike Campbell, Jonathan Zui, and Joe Canine, as well as Mitch. They're talking it over. No one called the ball.
Looks like they're all pointing fingers right now, and they got them. P-Cal's got them stumbling a little bit. As that brings up one of the power hitters on Pals, Gerard Contalde. Ball up and in.
Keith is shaking off his catcher a few times. Looks like he has a particular pitch selection and a game plan for Gerard. 2. We're Dave O'Brien, Dennis Eckersley combo here, Jeff. It's great to be back in the booth.
Which one am I?
Definitely Eck. I can't hold up to that standard.
I can appreciate that a little bit.
Wow, that is juiced out to right field, over the right fielder's head. It is on the concrete for a home run, a 3-run home run for Gerard Contaldi. What a huge turn of events here in the bottom of the first inning. Brandon Collins, the right fielder, is literally up against the Linden Academy.
That's a 3-run home run to make it 5-0. And Pals have jumped out to a lead in bottom of the first to really set the tone for this championship series.
I said it before last week, Jeff, but during the game between Criollos and our Pals organization here, we really got to observe Gerard, kind of come into his own. He's been injured most of the year, and he just feels like he can't injure it more. Apparently, that didn't hurt him. Cody Skeffington coming to the plate here. So the manager.
Ground ball to third base.
Oh, the Bombers just cannot have him go right. It's a really tough way to start the game against the number 1 seed here.
Mike Lush checks into home plate.
A man can just not find a uniform, or team for that matter.
Doesn't matter what league he's on. I don't know if he has a uniform.
This is actually a rematch of the Cannon Vermont tournament, the runner-up league. Ball in the
another short fly ball to right field.
Mike Campbell makes the play, not messing around. Actually had 5 different putouts for plays just like that, where he ran out into the outfield and was able to successfully have a putout in each of those situations to help his outfielder out.
And that'll bring up the third baseman, Danny Setapani.
First pitch swinging here. Foul ball. Very close. The bounding ball that kind of went back into play. Another topper, foul. 0-2 count here for Setapani. Stay with us, everybody, in the event of technical difficulties. 0-2 pitch delivered outside. Almost hit the corner here for Danny, who's been struggling. Line drive directly at Mike Campbell. Looks like it went off his thumb. Ouch, that had to have hurt. And instead, Apani takes full advantage of it, hustling out of the box and diving in for a double. Cody advances to third. So I'm going to leave you guys with Jeffrey for one moment as I look into some connectivity issues that we're having here. Hopefully you're still with us.
That'll bring up Ian Carmack to the plate. Short fly ball left field. Looks like it's going to drop in for a hit, and that'll bring in Cody Skeffington to score. Runners on the corners. And now that is 6-0. And that'll bring up left fielder Matt Costello. And another short fly ball. They are just hitting bleeder after bleeder, but finally left center fielder catches. The throw comes home, and he's got him at home plate. What a throw by Joe Canine to end the inning. He's got an F8 double play. You don't see that every day. It's an 8-2 double play to close out the first inning. But Pals have struck first, and struck first in a big way as they are up 6-0 to end the first inning, and we'll be back.
Introducing your 2023 Malden Modified Champions, PCALs. They went 19-2 and took first place. That was their third championship, winning back-to-backs in 22 and 23, and also having won one in 2018. Led by Cody Skeffington, Eddie Skeffington, their shortstop Eddie, who led the league, took the batting title with a .643 batting average, also led no BP with .679. Cody Skeff was good for third place with 6 homers and also fifth place in RBI with 27. Other notables, they had 5 home runs each from Danny Sedapani, Eddie Skeff, and Danny Trench. And Mike Garland was really untouchable out there, going 16-0, including the playoffs, with a minuscule ERA of .375. Other veterans, Mike Jammer batted a solid .474, and Marco Polo also chipped in to help the PCALs win their second back-to-back title in as many years. They swept the Bombers 3 games in a 5-game series, and they will be represented by their all-stars Derek Coder, Eddie Skeffington, Danny Sedapani, and Gerard Contaldi.
Top of the second here. Jared Capola comes to the plate for the Bombers. Mike Garland deals. Strike right down the middle. Way to get ahead for Mike Garland and his Pals crew. Mike Garland delivers there, and Jared is very, very aggressive on that pitch in the middle outside of the plate. 0-2 count. Mike has him just where he wants him. I wonder if it'll be a waste pitch or an off-speed pitch here. Foul ball into the parking lot. Very close to Criolo's teammates as well as Parada's teammates, 2 teams that are valued members of our league.
Still 0-2 on the count. Garland will look to punch him out. Jared hits a great line drive to left field. He splits the 2 fielders. Left center fielder Cody picks it up, throws it in, and that's a leadoff double. And the Bombers have something cooking here with the leadoff runner with a double.
It's a great at-bat for Jared to go down 0-2 like that. Battle, foul a ball off, and then hit a sinking line drive. This brings up Reed Williamson to the plate. Reed was in Florida last week. He missed the semifinals entirely. Despite that, one of the better power hitters in the league. Bombers still advance to the finals. Garland deals. Looks like a ball low. Questionable call there based on reactions from the catcher.
Reed is the catcher for the Bombers tonight. Bounces between catching and first base.
2 strikes in a row, comes right back, 1-2 count. Reed's looking for a pitch clearly, very much a pull power hitter. Ball low, great at bat here, 2-2 count. Got a man at second here, very important at bat here for the Bombers. Ball driven the other way, high in the air. Cody Skeffington has it tracked. Tag is happening here. Direct throw to third base, and Jared will get in there very easily. Great defensive play by Danny Setapani to really have the bounce there to make sure it doesn't go out of play. It means extra bases, Jeff. Can't be risking base running at this point.
That'll be the first out of the inning with a runner on third. Pretty important that the Bombers get one here and get this run in so that.
Correct. Backhand extraordinaire, Mr. White. That's been consistently in that 3, 4, 5, 6 hole here for the Bombers this year. Very much a power hitter, line drive hitter. Ball high. Our Garland knew he missed the spot there. His catcher, Ian Comack, is going to be coaching him throughout the day. Walk assessed here from Mr. White.
You don't have the power on it. There's no power.
I didn't touch it. Ball fouled off. Everyone stick with us here. We're having poor connection issues. We're shifting over to an Ethernet connection. Really appreciate everybody's patience. Ball delivered. Hits the batter here to load the bases. You know, when it's a 93-degree day, Jeff, sometimes technology just does not want to cooperate with you. Despite that, we march on.
And then that brings up Joe Canine with 1 out, bases loaded. Big spot for Joe as he made the double play to get out of the inning. Now he's up with bases loaded with 1 out.
Strike taken. A 1 count. Garland delivers and hits Canine as well. It's not an ideal situation to hit a batter to score a run. Just lost a little bit of control in the last 2 batters. Mike is usually on, but sometimes we have opportunities to be wild.
That'll be the first run of the game for the Bombers as Garland steps off the rubber and goes to talk to shortstop Mike Lush. Parking lot chirps Lush.
Brandon Collins steps to the plate. Ball delivered a little bit low.
Big cut from Brandon. First pitch swinging with a very healthy hack.
Takes the second strike. Brandon has not been in this situation very often. Number 9, number 10 hitter, hoping to get back to the top. Hopefully he gets a line drive for the Bombers. Strike 3. That is a tough ball to take in the finals. He knows it too.
That'll be 2 outs, bases loaded. That'll bring us to the top of the order with Jonathan Zui. Garland continues to pitch inside.
Might be a little frustration from the Bombers with Garland's apparent lack of control this inning. Battles comes right back. Close ball on the inside corner for a ball. Ian Comack calls time. We have a fan on the field.
Left field seems to be somebody walking in foul territory, but almost onto the field. So they move over, and it looks like we'll play on.
Line drive hit up the middle.
Third out of the inning.
Ball was flipped. Mike Lush to, I believe, Sean O'Brien. Joe, who's not known for sliding in this league, Did not get the nicest applause from the Pals bench. But with that being said, Bombers are on the board here. I believe we have 6-1.
And we'll be back.
Introducing the Sachems. Led by manager and outfielder Ryan Reed and longtime vet first baseman Mike Colbert, the Sachems were 9-12 on the season. They're a feisty team who scored 207 runs, unfortunately allowing just a bit more at 213. Outfielder Mike Dean was tied for the league lead with home runs with 9, and also placed third in total hits with 39. The Sachems, who placed fifth on the season, would win their play-in game against Patrick's 22-9 and would lose a tough 3-game series, pushing the Criollos to the limit, but ultimately falling 2-1. Tim Slewinski is going to be back for his second consecutive All-Star Game appearance, and the Sachems will be represented as well by Matt Frazier, Mike Dean, and Steve Almquist. Almquist, who was fifth.
Number 77 coming to the plate, Cam O'Brien to lead off. It's the leadoff batter due to the successful bottom of the first inning that Pals had where they scored those 6 runs.
6-1.
Cam O'Brien, leadoff batter. Zooey Dales, ball outside.
2-0 count here, Jeff. Cam hits the ball the other way, gets under it a little bit. Brandon Collins drives in, and he is able to successfully have a put out there in right field for out number 1. We have JP Reeling coming up for his second at bat, number 20 here on the Pals. Strike 1 taken by Reeling.
JP's first year in the league.
Ball outside. Looks like a little off speed was implemented in the game plan here for Keith. Reed sets up on the outside corner. Reed Williamson, catcher for the Bombers. Misses outside.
Big pull down on the right field line. Very foul, but deep enough to be a home run as it goes on the wrong side of the foul pole. Zooey gets on the mound, delivers. Ground ball to second base. Gets into the hole, and Raylan advances to second. And he gets in very easily as he's got a lot of speed.
The Bombers were not ready for that, Jeff. So a ball that was absolutely crushed down the line, foul, and then he comes right back and puts the ball to the right of the second baseman, Mike Campbell, and stretches out a double there. Huge advantage here for Pals. Edward Skeffington Jr., Eddie comes to the plate. Number 3 hitter absolutely smashes the ball foul. He was a solid 2.5 early for that, and he knows it. Needs to be patient.
Eddie, the ultimate team guy, is a very good shortstop for this team and has been for many years. We've seen him bounce around to second base, first base, and he even caught last series in the semifinals. Very versatile player with a very good bat, one of the best power hitters in this league.
Takes a strike there, 0-2. Deals. Ball
Short
hits really
fly
high
ball
up
to
in the
left
air.
field. Looks like there's a little confusion. Jonathan calls it. Jonathan Zooey calls the ball. And now the Pals are just running away with it as the left fielder falls asleep. Joe Fitzgerald doesn't even notice that the play is running. Jonathan called for the ball. It seemed to be the left fielder's ball, but he never called it because Jonathan had called it, and seems to be a little miscommunication. And now,
I hate to see these mental mistakes, Jeff. Game 1 of the finals.
Runner on first base. Pals are now up 7-1.
Sean McGrath, very aggressive first pitch swinging. One of the better power hitters in this league.
You don't typically see that from Sean.
I guess he's done it 2 at-bats in a row now. He's taking a different approach. Ball low. Like you mentioned, Jeff, miscommunication there by the Bombers. Need to take advantage of any mistakes in their respective grouping. Zooey deals, ball hit in the air by McGrath, again between Fitzgerald and Canine. Joe Canine, left center fielder, makes the play. Overthrows, sorry, little confusion there. It looks like Canine overthrew the second baseman, Mike Campbell, and Campbell was not backed up by Matt White, who had to go halfway down the first baseline. Edward Skeffington takes advantage and advances himself to second base.
Seems like the Bombers are get those first game jitters right now.
Hate to see the yips in game one. They're very experienced in this situation. Gerard Conataldi comes to the plate.
Pitch was actually behind Gerard. Wonder if that was a message by Keith.
Either way, he doesn't want him hitting another home run. Deals inside. Keith challenging Gerard, despite the pull hitter that he is. Sets up outside. Reed. Ball hit. It was a bobble from Jared Capalla, but he recovers and throws to first base to end the inning.
And we'll be back.
Core of veterans Jeffrey Harris, Eric Scola, Tim Scanlon, and Scott Brady, with their two returning power hitters coming back for their second season. Kiki adding some big pop in the middle of the lineup. Pitcher Joe Schaff ate up an incredible 82.1 innings, going 15-2 for the Angels on the season. The Angels would also add two key cogs this year, the versatile Cesar Zamora, as well as a familiar face in returning shortstop Mike Lush. Historically, the Angels have 8 championships, with their last one coming in 2015. In 2023, the St. Peter's Angels would unfortunately fail to beat the Malden Bombers in the playoff semifinals once again, as they had not been able to either the previous season. The St. Peter's Angels will look to get back to their championship ways in 2024.
And we're back. Mitch Zooey leading off for the Bombers.
Ball high.
Top of the third. 7-1 Pals.
As we mentioned before, we are men of many hats here at Malden Modified Commissioner's Office. We just readjusted the cameras to see if we can give you some double play potential action in the infield later on in the game. Garland gets ready to deal to Mitchell Zooey. Delivered. Ball outside. Looks like Garland's just trying to overthrow a little bit. It's not consecutive, but it's enough where he's throwing a little too many pitches. Deals. Ball is right down the middle. Borderline call, but it was across the letters as it was coming in, despite Mitchell's displeasure. Garland deals. Ball outside. Mitch took advantage of Garland's lack of control. One of the better pitchers in our league, Mike. Mike actually lost 100 pounds in the offseason. They call him buff here on the team. You can see why. He's a large man. Garland deals. Ball low. Gets by the catcher, Ian Comack.
That'll bring up Mike Campbell, second baseman for the Bombers. We'll see if that ball that took off his hand creates any type of problems for him swinging the bat.
Mike had a nice little looping line drive. See if he can continue his hot streak. Ooh, ball high, but very close. Very close. Garland deals again. Ball is
long fly ball. And Matt Costello goes back, makes a great play on the ball, keeps Mitch Zooey at first base. He doesn't tag up.
Yeah, Mitchell went halfway, which is probably the right decision in that situation. But sometimes you got to take risks, especially when you're down by 5 runs. The cleanup hitter comes to the plate, Joe Fitzgerald. Ball inside and low for ball one. Joe Fitzgerald, who's actually top 5 in the league in triples this year in the regular season, takes a strike low. Probably not his pitch he wanted to swing at. 1-1 count. Ball outside again, 2-1. Pals has all the confidence in the world in Mike Garland. Led them to multiple championships. Just strong pitcher, great will. His son's actually playing high school ball as well.
Been in the league a long time too, so very familiar with the umpires and this park.
Off the end of the bat, Fitzgerald bloops one into left field to the right of Mike Lush, shortstop.
Borderline call. Called the ball. Looks like it was a strike. Garland looks on a little inquisitive. And pitch even lower than that one is called a strike. This is third baseman Jared Pola.
Swinging aggressively at that strike with Jared. A lot of power.
Foul ball over the right side.
You know, it may be a controversial thing to say, Jeff, but that was clearly a makeup call. Should have been a strike first pitch, ball second pitch. But we deal and we move on. I believe we have a 3-1 count here. Jared swinging. Actually 2-2, my mistake. Now it's 3-2, full count. Garland knows he was outside the zone there. Full count. Truly park rules down here at Butland Field at Linden Steam Academy, Jeff. Hits the tree, which is automatic dead ball, whether fair or foul. Full count again. Garland deals. Strike 3. You cannot take that pitch in that situation. Too close. Pola throws the bat, thinking that it was ball 4. Just too close to take in that situation.
Bombers seem confused on who's getting up now, but it looks like it'll be Reed Williamson, the catcher.
Reed still fresh, coming off his trip from Florida, looking to get some of his power back. Hit the ball the other way last time, not in the Reed Williamson toolbox typically. First pitch of the at-bat, Garland deals. Low and outside. Ball in the dirt. Reed steps in. Ball 2. Almost in the same spot. 2-0 count. Very much a hitter's count here. First and second. 3-0. Got to come 3 times now, Jeff. And in this situation, you need runs. Cannot mess around.
Need base runners. 2 outs here. A runner on first and second.
Reed is aggressive, but I don't think he'll be this aggressive 3-0. Ball dealt. Strike 1. Reed completely disagreed with that call. We even have a fan commenting that ball was high. If anything, it's better off, so Reed has an opportunity to hit a line drive to get his team back in the game. 3-1 count. Ball 4. Umpire getting a hard time, just like last time. You know, there isn't any situation where an umpire isn't facing any kind of controversy down here. All part of men on men being able to communicate.
This is a big spot for Matt White, the first baseman. We got bases loaded, 2 outs. Got an opportunity to get some runs here and get back into this game, being so early in the third inning.
1-1 count. First 2 pitchers were virtually in the same place. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2-1 count. Matt checked his swing. Did not want to swing at that pitch once he figured out where it was on the outside corner. A gift that Garland just received. 2-2 count. Up. Another 3-2 count. It impresses me about Garland, even when he's behind.
walks in a run.
Second time that Garland has walked in a run. I believe all of the runs are unearned at this point, with 2 walks, if you will, BB in the book and HBP, hit by a pitch.
That'll bring up John Tane.
All high. Garland very much wanted that to be a strike. Garland delivers a little bit lower at the waist, 1-1. Bases loaded here, 1-2 count. Garland not afraid of any situation. Likes a pitch call, delivers, ball low. Joe's very disciplined in these situations. 2-2 count. Garland delivers, changeup that goes to Mike Lush directly.
Throw it over to Eddie Skeffington for the out. And that'll bring up the bottom of third as the Bombers get 2 and they scratch back, make the score 7-2, and we'll be back.
Introducing Criollos. Criollos had a very respectable season, finishing in 4th place with an 11-10 record, upping their previous win total from 6-8 the previous year, finally getting over that 500 mark, and winning a playoff series in the process. Led by manager and pitcher Angel Gonzalez, who was 5-4 on the bump as a starter, as well as Ruben Rivera going 4-1 as a starting pitcher. Had a couple of great guys at the dish. Ali Rahita bat .508, and Hector Vega batted .485 to pace the way for the Criollos hitters. They beat the Sachems in a 3-game series in their opening round of their playoffs, but unfortunately were swept by the P-Cals before P-Cals would become the eventual champion. Other notables are that Kevin Rosado and Marcus Mello, their shortstop, chipped in with 5 home runs each, which is a pretty big total.